Hello there, Chuck and friends. It is Making Maria, your independent Chalk Couture designer. Hello, hello, and happy Tuesday night. Hello, I'm Making Maria. I'm an independent Chalk Couture designer. Amazing. It's a great job. Just gotta say, anybody that's looking for a fun job, it's a great job. Super great. Yeah, super fun. Okay, hello. I'm hoping that we have much better luck tonight, internet-wise, than we had yesterday, because yesterday was a debacle. But I have rebooted absolutely everything possible that I could possibly reboot and tested everything I could possibly test to make sure that hopefully I am with you this evening. So welcome, everybody. We have a cute little project tonight. It's super cute, super little, you know, well, not super little, but little. It's a very fun, chunky heart that we're going to make. But wait till you see what we do with this bad boy. We're not doing with this bad boy what you would think we would be doing with this. I am going out on the edge knitting. You should see the bow I made. For those of you who watch me regularly, bows are not my thing. Yeah, they're just not my thing. So I channeled another designer who I idolize, and I've watched what she did, and I practiced it, and I'm like, all right, I can do this. So I made a really cute little bow that we're going to put on here, and we're going to do some fun with it. The transfer that we are using this evening is this very pretty heart wreath. But again, we're not using it the way it's designed to be used. We're going to totally live on the edge. Literally. Oh my gosh, I made a funny and I didn't even know it. You'll understand what I mean here in a minute. But this transfer is called Heart Wreath. It's a B-size transfer, so it's $14.99. Hello, everybody. Oh, Amanda, I got flowers. Hello, Linda, and hello, Miss Cheryl. Hopefully we're going to have much better luck than last night. So we're going to take this fun little transfer. We're going to use it in a different way. We're going to do a little bit of layering. I've got this, like, totally cool bow I made that I really got to say I'm kind of proud of myself. And we're going to use a tag, a chalkboard tag. We're going to use this fun heart. We're going to use this fun house. We got it all going on tonight. So let's talk about Chalk Couture first, because that is the amazing product that we are using tonight that gives me the ability to create something when I have zero artistic talent whatsoever, as is evidenced by, wait till you see the pathetic bow I made. Okay, so I don't have any talent. But I love to make things, and it's so much fun to make things. I like to make things for myself. I like to make things for gifts. I find it to be my therapy time. So I absolutely positively love to make things, but I have no talent. So I found this product called Chalk Couture, and it allows me to be able to create without having any talent. So I'm going to show you here what I mean in a second on how we use this. Anybody can do this. Absolutely anybody. I don't care if you're little. I don't care if you're old. I don't care if you're in between. I don't care if you have artistic talent or you don't. You can make something absolutely gorgeous with this. The other designer that I'm channeling this evening has more talent. I was just telling my husband, she has more talent in her fingernail than I have in my entire body, and then some. So I do like to try to copy her things, and she very graciously teaches us how to do that so that we can do that. And I can guarantee it's not going to turn out as cool as hers because I'm using a little liberty, but we're going to try. We'll see if I nail it or not. So hello, Miss Michelle from Michigan. Welcome. Terry from Texas. Hello, Miss Carol. So welcome, everybody. All right, so if you're new to our Chalk-in party this evening, I do a live demonstration video every evening at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. With the exception of Saturdays. I don't do a video on Saturdays. And I teach you how to use this product and different ideas and inspiration, and hopefully that you can then take it and create on your own with it. So if you're not in the Making Maria VIP group, which is where all the fun stuff happens, that's where we talk about products and bundles and specials and classes and workshops and all that good stuff. You want to be in that group. So you can comment, add me, or you can go to your search bar in Facebook and type in Making Maria VIP group and request to be added. And then you can get in there because that's where all the fun stuff happens. The specials and the workshops and the events are all in there. So that's where the good stuff is. If you want to check out these products, you can go to www.chalkcouture.com/makingmaria, and you can see this particular transfer is the heart wreath that we are making this evening, and we're going to use a couple of different chalk paste colors. We're going to stay very pale and very muted because y'all know that's what I kind of like to do, and we're staying in the pink family, which I think is shocking to me because I don't really like pink. But we have, not only do I have pink on, but we've used a lot of pink lately, and I don't like pink. But I've learned. I shouldn't say I don't like pink anymore. I've grown to like pink. So that's where you can find the products. If you want to check out the Club Couture, which, did you see the cute little things we made last night? We've got some more fun things coming up. Club Couture is a monthly subscription service where you get a transfer every month, like magic, in the mail. If you're not in there, you want to be in there because, again, there's specials and fun things because it's exclusive. Very, very exclusive. And if you could, last but not least, if you can please send me out into the world, it helps me a ton when you do that. So thank you to everybody who takes the time to do that. So that's a lot. Let's get to chalking, right? I mean, Maria, stop yammering at us. Let's get to creating here. All right, so this is what we're going to use this evening. This is a Chalk Couture adhesive silkscreen transfer. The beautiful thing about these, first thing I do is I open up my little tab to take my transfer out of the package. It is reusable. So for those of you who are users of Cricut or Silhouette or vinyl stencils, the beauty to this product is it's reusable. So you're not cutting out a vinyl transfer on your Cricut or Silhouette machine, weeding the heck out of it, doing something with it, and then throwing it away because you can only use it once. These you can reuse over and over again. So that to me is one of the biggest advantages as my Cricut is right next to me. I love my Cricut machine. But this is a completely different ballgame. And personally, since I got this product, my poor little Cricut machine is probably collecting more dust than anything. Because it's so much easier to do this. So much easier. So that's what an adhesive silkscreen transfer looks like. It has cut lines when it has pieces. So this particular transfer has 3 pieces to it, and it's designed to be cut apart. So I just cut it right along the lines. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the beautiful flowers of this heart, and we're going to kind of go along the edge of our heart, but we're not doing the heart. We're really just using the flowers to kind of create one edge of flowers because this heart sits sideways. Okay? What's the best way to show you that? Let's do this. It sits sideways like this is how I'm going to sit it on a shelf. So I'm just going to take the flowers and I'm going to line this edge with our flowers. So while I love the fact that this is a heart, and yes, I could just do the heart on it, you know, we get to be a little creative a little bit every once in a while. And we're going to try just kind of placing flowers along the edge. And then we're going to take our sentiment, we're going to put it on a chalkable or a tag, and we'll probably do Love Never Fails on this one, and then check out, look at my little bow. Ah, okay, it doesn't really look like a bow, but in my mind I keep pretending it looks like a bow. And we're going to stick this up on the top. Maybe we're going to put it up here. Something to this effect. With this on it and flowers. That's where we're going. Then we have this super cute little house. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to put some fun flowers along the edge of the house, and we're going to put a sentiment over it. So that is our 2 project. Then we have 2 pieces that coordinate together that you can put next to each other on a shelf. You can put them on a table. You can put them in a tiered tray. You can do all kinds of fun things with them. I'm not so sure about my little bow. I tried. But, you know, again, she has more talent in her pinky. So what I'm going to do is we take this very fun transfer, and this is just a plain old chunky wood heart. And Michelle wants to know where I got my heart. Michelle, I was visiting my friend Michael, and I stopped at a store on the way home, and that's where I got my heart. So if you want to know more than that, message me, and I will share with you where I got it. So I need to fuzz my transfer. That's the first thing I need to do. So I'm going to take a towel that has terry cloth to it. Oops, I need to write on the back of my transfer because this is the first time I'm using it. This is my heart wreath. And you write the name of the transfer on the back of it for 2 reasons. Number 1, you need to know which side of the backer sheet is the back because you're going to place your transfer back on it when you're all done because it's reusable. You can use it over and over again. The other reason is it helps me know where it helps me know which transfer goes on which backer sheet. When I have multiple transfers out, it's kind of nice to know. It makes putting them away so much easier when the name of the transfer is on the back of it. So my transfer is sticky side up right now, and it's very sticky. So the first thing I need to do is fuzz it. So what I did was I got this just plain old wood chunky heart. I painted it with just plain old craft paint, nothing fancy. I haven't waxed it or done anything to it because I'm trying not to wax anymore as much. I don't know why. I just, I'm living on the edge. So I'm just picking up the lint from my towel. What that does is it dulls the sticky on the back of my transfer, so my transfer isn't going to be as sticky, so it doesn't have to work as hard when it's time for me to now pull it off of my surface. So what I want to do, and we're probably going to have to do this in a couple stages, is I just kind of want to go down the edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here, okay? So I'm just going to do these flowers, and then I'm going to pick it up, and we're going to keep going. We might have to use the same flowers. I'm not sure yet. We'll figure it out as we go. And I think I want to get a little bit more of it on my... I want it hanging off, but I don't want it completely hanging off. I just want a little bit of an edge. Okay, so we're going to use a couple fun different colors. We're going to use sage green, which is a very, very pretty pale green color. So I'm going to open up my chalk paste and stir it up. I need it to be a yogurt sour cream-like consistency, so I just stir it up. We're going to use pink grapefruit because, again, for those of you who watch me regularly lately, I mean, we've used pink grapefruit like how many days in a row now? I don't even like pink, but we are living on the edge. I love this color. It's a very pretty gray. It looks very bright when I show it to you guys, but it's not. It's a very dull kind of gray pink. I think we're going to use Couture Coral, which this is a bright color. This is very pretty. Now, look at how, so see, he is dry, okay? He's dry because he's old. This is, I don't use this color very often. I don't know why. Well, he's really a springtime color. Don't you love how I make my paste men? He is a springtime color. A psychologist could probably have a field day with me. But when they're super dry like this, you just add water and stir it up. That's all it needs. I don't need a ton of it, so I'm not worried about getting the entire container working. I'm going to stir it to get the amount that I need, and then I will add water to it, let it sit, and then tomorrow I will stir it up again. And that's how you bring them back to life. It's very easy to bring them back to life once they're dry. And your chalk pastes do dry out. So if you have chalk, you do need to go in every once in a while if you're not using them, which why wouldn't you be? Because it's so much fun, right? You should be using this all the time. But you should be going in and stirring them and adding water. The other thing that I do is I give them a spray of water before I put my top on them, so that when they sit with a layer of water on the top, and eventually that water gets absorbed in. So these are the 3 colors that we're going to use on our cute little edge here. And I think that's all we're going to do. I have gray out as well, but I don't know where we would put gray. So we might maybe we could do this little guy in gray. I don't know. We're going to play. We're going to have a little fun. We're going to play. So this is a lot of detail work that I want to make sure I get in there with the right colors. So I'm going to use our multi-purpose tool. Our multi-purpose tool is curved on this end. This is for stirring up your chalk paste. And this side is a squeegee, and it works like a pencil. So it's very nice to get into little spaces. I'm going to zoom you guys in a little bit because, again, I'm going to do a lot of detail work here. So that way you can get down and dirty with me. Move you over. All right, the other thing I'm going to do, because I'm not using the transfer the way it's meant to be used, and I get very squeegee happy because I'm busy yapping, I'm not paying attention, and when I'm not paying attention, I tend to just whoop with my squeegee And there are places on this transfer I don't want to squeegee. So I'm going to put tape. So it's my little mental block of, oh, you need to stop because you are not doing that. This guy is going to be a little bit fun because these lines all kind of go in together. Hello there, Miss Virginia. Welcome to our chalking party. And Miss Vicky has joined us from Canada. Hello, Miss Vicky. Okay, so again, I'm just kind of giving it a little bit of a barrier where I don't want chalk. So I remember, stop chalking. It also blocks it so that if I do get squeegee happy and I go there, I don't have to worry about getting chalk where I don't want it. So we're going to do a little bit of green, and then we're going to do some pink little flowers. Maybe we will do this guy gray. I don't know. We're not really putting gray anywhere else. So we'll see how that goes. We're going to start with our green. Hey, Toby from Washington. Welcome to our chalking party. We are doing a fun little heart wreath, but not in the way it was meant to be done. We're having a little bit of creative fun tonight. So I just take my squeegee and I dip it in my chalk paste. Okay, so I'm loading up my little tiny squeegee. I need to think through what colors I'm putting where before I start because chalk paste dries super fast. And if it dries on top of my silk screen before I pull my silk screen off, when I go to pull my silk screen off, it will take my chalk with it. So I want to have thought this all through. So we're going to do one of these flowers in each color. We're going to do this little bud guy in one of the pinks, and then everything else is green. So here I go. The other thing I can do if I find that I'm not going fast enough is I can do what's called chalk and peel. Paste and peel, I'm sorry. That's what it's called, paste and peel. Pasting and peeling is when you start, but then you take it off when you're not completely done. You let your project dry, and then you put it back down and you finish it. It's a very nice technique to eliminate the pressure of, oh my gosh, my paste is drying and I am not done. Okay, so I've got my green done, and now I'm just going to go in real quick here. We're going to make this guy pink grapefruit. And again, this is where having the painter's tape there is helping me. I'm going to make this guy pink grapefruit. And this other guy, we're going to make couture coral. I just need a little tiny bit of it. Okay. And then I am ready to lift up my transfer. And then we're going to dry it and lay it back down and keep going up our heart. Big old blobs of paste. Make sure your paste is smooth, because if you have lines, you will see them. Okay, now we're just going to pull it up carefully. Okay, this is pretty. So now I just kind of, I'm going to set this sticky side up. So now I just kind of have this little bit of fun along the edge. We might go a little more because we might want to move it over some. So I'm just going to dry it so that I can continue to go. I can continue to lay my transfer down over it once my paste is dry, and it won't pull my paste off. But I'm just going to really make sure it's dry. I think we do need to go a little bit more here. These colors are very close to each other, but yet not the same. That's a really good description, isn't it? They're really close to each other, but they're not the same. Okay, so again, this is what we have so far. But I do think we need to fill something in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at our transfer and see what else could we put down there. So we could do a little bit of this guy, because the leaves are already there. And we could just kind of add in another little flower, kind of up and over. I think, hey Kathy K, welcome to our chalking party. So I'm trying to match the leaves up with these little guys right here. And this one has the same leaves. So it should be relatively easy to do. These up high enough. Maybe it's too high. Okay, we're gonna try this. You can see, it should fill me in a little bit more. I don't know if I want it over that far though. We're gonna see if this works. It should. Okay, so now again, I'm gonna use my painter's tape trick because there's lots of parts on this guy I don't want. I don't want this entire leaf because we already have a leaf next to him from the other guy. Hey, Charlotte! Welcome to our chalking party. We're making a fun little wreath, but we're kind of getting creative with him. I'm gonna move him over a little bit more. Maybe I do want that leaf. I could also switch greens, and that would give me a little bit more. I guess we are gonna do that leaf. Let's try it. Let's see what it looks like if we do this whole leaf. So we're gonna do this whole thing, but we're gonna stop up on top. So that's gonna be my stopping point. All right, so same thing. Dip my squeegee in, go for my green, hoping we're not regretting this decision. I should be able to wash it off too if I find we regret it. That's the beauty of chalk. As many times you can remove it if you did something you don't like. Okay, and these two flowers are meant to be the same color because they actually touch each other. So we're going to stick with pink grapefruit. We're just accenting with the Couture coral because that's the brighter of the colors, and I do want this to be a little bit more muted. Okay, so let's see how we did now. Okay, much better. So now it's a little more filled in. So see, we're just doing this little tiny border of flower along the edge of our heart, and then we're going to put a sentiment with a bow up here. That is our plan. So the wreath that we're using is the heart wreath. You could totally do it as a heart wreath. We're just getting a little creative with it tonight because I was in the mood. Okay, so now we just need to continue going upward. And my transfer is full of paste, right? So let's go take my painter's tape off of it. I really like these little guys down here. They're super fun. They're almost like little tiny daisies. So I think we're gonna go up here with it. Because now I just want these little daisy guys. But actually, there's little daisy guys over here. Maybe we'll use these guys because they kind of go in the... Hey, Nicole from Nevada. Welcome. All right, so now we're just going to do these guys. We're going to add these little guys. But they're probably really not over far enough, right? Because we want to kind of go around the edge. So we might need to add some more fun things in here too. We're just going to keep going and see. But this is like creativity in motion, right? We're winging it, but yet we're being intentional. That's the word I was looking for. We are being intentional, but yet we are winging it at the same time. Okay, now I've got my stem. Now let's do a little bit of the coral because we haven't done much of the coral. Make this guy coral and this guy coral. And then the other one, we're gonna make pink grapefruit. So I just wipe my squeegee off in between flowers, and that way I can continue to use the same squeegee. That works really well when you don't have a lot of squeegees. You don't need a ton of squeegees, you just need to be able to wipe the squeegee off that you have. Okay. And now we're gonna pull this guy off. And again, we're just continuing up the edge. So we just keep going up. I'm going to dry it so I don't stick my finger in it. I need to wipe off my mat because I've been messing with my transfer, so I have paste all over. And I'm going to end up with wet paste where I don't want it. Like on the back of my heart. So I can just wash it off. So see, when I get paste where I don't want it, I can just wash it off. Okay. Like here, I got paste down here, but that's because there's paste on the back of my transfer. So I'm going to gently wipe that off so I don't continue to perpetuate the problem of having paste where I don't want it. So I wipe off the back of my transfer and then I just dry it. Okay, so now, do we keep going? I mean, we could kind of, if we could find a piece that would kind of wrap around these guys, that would be kind of nice. Let's try this guy. Kind of wraps around like fun. We want it to go in that direction. So we might want to use this other guy. Ooh, these guys are cute too. There's a lot of really nice pieces to this transfer. So it really gives us a lot of options. Ooh, Charlotte likes the flowers. Thanks, Charlotte. So I do think that this guy here kind of goes in the right direction of what we want to do. So we're going to sneak him in here. He is going to cover up though. Maybe we got to go in farther. I don't want him to go that rounded though. Because he's really rounded. So maybe we need to go back and do this one again. This is the hard part, is trying to decide and line up where you want him to be. Because there's so many options. Okay, I think we're gonna, I think if we line this guy up, and I don't do that leaf, if I do that leaf, we're only covering up a little bit. And if I do this part of the flower, all right, we're just gonna try this. Now, my transfer has paste on it, so I am actually going to wipe it a little bit because my silk screen is gunky, and I need to get that paste off of it, or I won't get a clean chalk. And when you're doing all this effort, you really need a clean chalk, right? So I am just wiping the chunky parts off. This is kind of the cheater's way to clean your transfers without submerging them in the water bath so they get all wet. The key is, I'm not really worried about the green part, I'm worried about the silk screen. So I just want to make sure that my silk screen is clear of chalk. Okay, and then it's sticky side up. I'm going to grab a towel and again just wipe to dry it. Okay, so now I need to dry it off again so that we can continue. Hey, Debbie from Texas. Charlotte says, I can't wait to see the finished product on this one, Maria. Please post on Instagram, headed out for now. Ooh, Charlotte's going out. You have a good time, Charlotte. It's kind of late, Charlotte. I realize you younger people go out late, but I got to be the mom. Charlotte, be safe. Know your surroundings. What else can I tell you, Charlotte? Just be careful out there. Okay, so I'm still sticky. So I'm just going to give it a quick little, because I did wipe it down with my whatchamacallit, wipe. Thank you. That's what I was looking for. I think it would be, maybe we could stick one of this guy right in here. He'd be kind of fun. We just stuck him somewhere though, didn't we? We stuck him down there. All right, so if we could stick this guy in here. Kind of sticks out pretty far though. So maybe we could angle him a little better. I don't know that we want him to go that far off. Because we don't want it, so it's gonna sit like this. So yeah, I guess I do want it to be a little top heavy. But do I want it to be that top heavy? Oh, so many decisions. So we could stick just this guy in here. We could stick both these guys in here. That's really angled. We don't want it to be that angled. So we got to go back to the other guy. All right, we're sticking this guy in here. And he is going to cover up that little flower just a little bit. Okay, so we're going to stick this guy on here. Again, going back to my painter's tape so that I know, stop! Because you all know me, I am squeegee happy. Get that squeegee going, and then the next thing you know. It really does come out far though. So maybe we won't. We can angle it a little more. Try that. So we're covering up that flower guy anyway, so it's a little more, right? Right. Okay, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here in this little, in half of this screen right here, I have half of the other flower. So I want it, I'm going to actually try to make it appear like this leaf is behind the other flower. And how I do that is I'm going to cover up in the silk screen the paste that is already, try turning the one that you have now the other way, flowers down. Flowers down. You mean, Cindy, like, oh, like this way. Oh. But then they're in the wrong direction. And then they totally cover up. That's a good idea, Cindy. We could have actually done the whole thing that way. Cindy, where were you at the beginning? Just kidding. Oh, you know, talking with Maria is always entertaining. All right, so again, I'm just going to cover up this little bit of the silk screen here that I have paste on. So that that will give the appearance, hopefully, that that leaf is behind it. Okay, so wiping off my squeegee. There's chalk paste on it. Dipping in my green. And starting with my leaves again. And then we're going to do our flowers again. And these guys we're going to do in the pink grapefruit, because the ones underneath it we did in the coral. I'm running out of baby wipes. So we're going pink grapefruit for our flowers. I like doing transfers like this where you have the opportunity to play with the colors and go back and forth. It is a little more time consuming, so you have to know you have the time to do it. Okay, that totally worked. And it did work. It does look like it's behind it. Okay, so I'm going to dry this and then I'll show it to you. And then I think we just have to finish it off a little bit up here. Okay. So see how I did that here, where I tried to make it look like the leaf was behind it, and it did work. And again, this is going to sit on a table like this. So now I think we just have to fill in here, and I think we're golden. then we're gonna put our fun little tag on here, and then we're gonna do our little house with we're gonna do our sentiments, and then we're gonna do some flowers on here, and we're good to go. We are on a roll tonight. We are getting all creative. All right, so we need something in here. What should we put in there? I kind of like, we could do this little guy. Could we attach this guy? Because this guy's kind of fun. But what are we attaching him to would be the question. And we need more coral. Because these guys are coral, but they're not that easy to, it's not that easy to tell that they're coral. So what if we, all right, so I'm gonna get a little crazy. I have no idea if this is gonna work. I'm gonna try to make it like this leaf is part of this other one. And then we're gonna do these two. And then we're gonna stop here, but we're gonna stick a flower on the top of that one. We're gonna get totally like, we are designing our, I'm out of wipes. So we are designing our own transfer today. Here's my tape. All right, so we're gonna do this, but we're gonna stop here. So I wanna not do this, so I need to make sure I don't do that. And I need to take a look here. It's probably not the right angle. See if we can get this guy more in here. Okay, we're not going to do this leaf. We're going to do these guys. Only then up here, we're going to put a flower. That's our plan. I have no idea if it's going to work. But we're going to try. And you know what? Nobody's going to be staring at it that close when it's sitting on my cute little shelf anyway. So I'm taking my painter's tape, and I am stopping. I think I need to bring it down more because I need to make it look like it's coming out of this other leaf. I really need to bring it down that far, but I don't want to bring it down that far. No, I don't want to do that. So we're going to go like so. All right, ready? Here we go. So this really is easy. I'm just doing a very complicated project tonight. Just because, you know, you got to live on the edge every once in a while. You can't just do all easy ones every night, right? You got to be creative, and that's the beauty of this very, very fun, very creative craft, right? You can make it as easy or as difficult as you want to make it. Tonight, I chose difficult. But every other night, we do an easy project, right? I do a live demonstration every evening at 9 o'clock Central Standard Time. So if you're new to our chalking party, first off, say hi. We're a very friendly group, so say hello. We like to welcome new people to our group. We like to chit-chat. I'm being more complicated tonight, so I'm not doing a ton of chit-chatting, so I apologize. I do normally talk more to you. I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. We had a very, very good day. Made a great dinner. Okay, so we're going to do some more coral because we need some more bright. Because we did too much pink grapefruit. And then the last flower we're going to do in So what I did, show you. So you got in here, but I left this stem so I can put a flower on top of it. So now we totally have this very, very fun little garden kind of growing up our wreath, or our heart. Just drying it. I need to dry it because when I put my transfer back down, I need the chalk paste to not stick. So if it's dry, it stays. If it's wet, it smears, and we don't want to smear it. Okay, so now we just need one little tiny flower on top of that guy. And I think we're gonna go with this guy right here. That guy right there. He's nice and little. He fits. We're gonna make him pink grapefruit. This multi-purpose tool is very nice for getting into little tiny spots like this. Okay, pulling it off. Carmen, hey Amanda. Carmen, hello Carmen, welcome to our talking party. All right, there we go. So now I have that little flower on that end of that, and we are good to go. Okay, so I'm gonna put my paste aside. Hey, Leora. Oh, okay, so Leora is Nevada Nicole's mom, right? Do I have that right? I'm always trying to remember. And Leora, I have to hang my head in shame with Leora with you because you came on, you were so nice, and you shared with me that it was Nevada Nicole's birthday on Friday, and I was supposed to remember, and we were supposed to do something fun, and then I totally forgot that it was her birthday. So I hang my head in shame, Leora. You cannot watch me anymore if you want to not watch me anymore. Just because I should have remembered, and it was so nice of you to tell me, and then I felt so bad. All right, so this guy we're gonna put Love Never Fails on. I'm gonna show you how we do that. So this is what chalking is normally like. You take a quick, easy little transfer. You stick it on your little tag. You make sure you're straight because you don't want to be crooked. This guy we're just gonna do a little bit of white. And it's crooked. So I'm going to lift it up. Try to be straight. And centered. Straight and centered. Leora is telling you to shop, Nicole. This is a fun transfer. And I'm going to show you why here when we get to the other house. There's a lot of nice pieces to this transfer. Like this Love Never Fails. It's a very nice size. It's just a cute little tiny sentiment that you could put on so many things. So I'm pulling my transfer off, and now I have Love Never Fails. I take my transfer, I stick it in my water bath next to me. I'm going to dry this so I don't stick my finger in it, because inevitably I stick my finger in it. Because I'm kind of known for that. So I'm just drying it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take my pathetic little bow. She would be so disappointed in me too. She would look at my pathetic little bow and she would say, Maria, really? And I would say, but I tried. And she would say, but really? Yeah, I know. She'd say, you can't watch me anymore. Okay, so this is where we're going with this. In my pathetic little bow. So I'm going to turn my hot glue gun on because we are going to hot glue our hot mess on here. So I have a very fun little cordless hot glue gun, which I happen to like. You don't need a cordless hot glue gun, and trust me, I tend to burn my fingers off with it. But so this is kind of how it will look when we're all done. Then we're going to take our cute little house. And again, we're going to do kind of the same thing, only we're not going to get as complicated. We might get as complicated with colors, but we're not going to get as complicated with moving it around. I don't think anyway. We're just going to do a little accent piece that kind of, but I do need to wash my transfer off. Need to get all that extra chunky paste off. So just so I get a clean chalk. Thank you, Leora. So Leora, I started out with, I am copying something another designer made. And this woman truly is ridiculously talented. I get a lot of fun ideas from her. She is so generous and giving with her ideas that she likes to share what she does. So I'm very thankful for her because a lot of what I make, I get my ideas from her. And she would be really disappointed because it doesn't really look like her bowl. It kind of looks like her bowl, but not really. I don't know if this is enough. We might need to do a little more. And it's really not in the corner. We need to put it in the corner. More. There we go. More laying down. Okay. Oh, sorry. You can't see what I'm doing. So while my hot glue gun is heating up, we're just going to have these. So what I'm doing is I'm creating 2 home decor pieces to go on a shelf, or they could go in like a tiered tray. If you are a farmhouse decor with the tiered trays, they could, and they're meant to coordinate. So they go together, but they're 2 separate pieces. So it's just one of those ways that you can take your transfer and totally use it not the way it's meant to be made, but just in something a little bit different. We'll do this one in coral because this is the color that's next to me. It's just a fun little way to, I mean, you could totally make this heart the way it's meant to be made. But this just gives you a little something, something. Okay. Pull off my transfer. And now we just have a cute little matching piece in the corner. I'm going to dry it. And on this one, we're going to put the other sentiment, which is right here, that says, "Love is home." Oops, dry it. Don't dry your transfer. This is very springy to me. I think I have spring on the brain. I totally have spring on the brain because everything I'm doing lately is all spring colors. I've totally passed over St. Patrick's Day. Okay, so this one's gonna get "Love is home." It's not quite straight. And the letters on here we're gonna do in gray. Just because, again, I'm trying to stay soft and muted. So this is gonna be Storm. Just a very fun kind of gunmetal gray. Just gonna do "Love is home." Now it's interesting that I picked gray, right? Because there's no gray in anything else, but that's okay. I just didn't want it to be black because black is so stark. Pulling off my transfer. Carefully. Take this, put it in my water bath, I can wash it off, and I can reuse it over and over and over again. So now we have "Love is home." Look at how cute that is. That's just adorable all by itself. That is really cute. That would be really cute in a tiered tray. All right, so I'm just kind of putting my lids over my chalk paste because we are done with chalk. Always wash your squeegees off when they're wet. It's much easier to wash your squeegees off when your chalk paste is wet than when it's dry. Chalk paste dries hard, which you want it to dry hard because you want it to be hard to get off. Okay, so this guy, I'm just gonna line up. Oh, I have gray on my finger. So I got chalk paste on my bow. Just gotta get my chalk paste off my bow. Always check your fingers, just to be safe. So you don't want to get chalk paste on your bow. All right, so I want this to go like so. And then we're going to stick this up here. Do I want it to be lower? I do, don't I? I do. Okay, so this is where I want this. So I don't know if I think I'm hot. Isn't hot glue an interesting thing? So I'm going to stick a dab of hot glue. I'm going to take my squeegee and help me. Okay. So now my tag is on. Feels like something is flying at me, but it's probably hot glue. It is. I have hot glue in my hair. Oh, goodness gracious, ladies. It is never a dull moment with me. I have hot glue in my hair. Okay, that is funny. Funny, funny, funny. Okay, now I've got my fun little layered bow here that we are going to stick on top of our tag. And again, I'm just going to do a dab of hot glue. I'm going to do a bigger dab because I'm going to get it both together. That is funny that I have hot glue in my hair. Press it down so that everything gets good and stuck. Mess with my little doohickeys. And voila! I do have one, I have the strings from my bow I need to cut off. These guys. Hide those back there. There we go. Okay. It's totally not like what she made, but it's Maria's version, right? I tried. I do have hot glue like everywhere. All right, so what I would do is I will probably distress it a little. So I'm going to take a sandpaper and I'm just going to go along the edges of my house just to give it a little bit more, you know, because it's kind of harsh. And this just kind of gives it that, you know, more finished, polished off look. So you just take a little sandpaper and just kind of do the edges. Now the other thing that you can do once you do that is you can take ink. So see, now check it out. Now it just looks a little bit more finished. A little more distressed. Not finished is the wrong word. And then do the same thing here. It just gives it that, I don't want to do this, I'm sorry, I'm probably making you shake. Just gives it that little more, probably like country. I should have probably done this before I glued the, I'm not going to do the whole thing. I just do a little bit, you know, on the edges. Just a little tiny bit. And I'm sorry, I moved because otherwise I make you shake. It's not any fun to make you shake. Oh, here, look at something cute. Grittier sandpaper would probably make this go a little bit easier. Okay. So, don't you wonder about me? Really, ladies? Okay. It's much better now that it is, except I have sawdust all over it. Okay, so here we go. This is our fun little project this evening. One transfer. Could have made it the way it was designed to be made, which would be beautiful as well. Just the heart with the sentiments, right? But we just changed it up a little bit. So, love never fails and love is home. I guess I could have done black on these words because we have black on the tag. That would have worked. But they're cute. This is our project for the evening. I'm Making Maria. I'm your independent Chalk Couture designer. I do a live demonstration, usually much shorter and not half as complicated as this. And we have some, oh my gosh, I laid out all of our projects right now on my ping pong table. Holy cow. We have some super cute projects coming up, like super cute projects coming up. So stay tuned, 9 o'clock Central Standard Time right here. and we like to make things. So I will be back at you tomorrow night, and I'm not sure yet. There's so many right now, it's really hard to pick what we make every night. But I am making Maria. If you can please do this, it helps me tremendously when you do that, so thank you for doing that. If you want to check out these products, you can go to www.chalkcouture.com/makingmaria. This is the Love Heart or Heart Wreath transfer. Super cute. It's a B-size transfer, so it's $14.99. If you are curious at all about having as much fun as I am having, please do not hesitate to message me. I would be more than happy to just give you the information, and you can decide if it's something that you think would be fun. It's very fun to make things. You can make them and sell them. You can make them and teach workshops. You can go live on the internet. You can do in-home classes. There's all kinds of fun different ways you can use this product to have fun with people. So thanks so much for watching me. I hope you have a super fantastic Wednesday, and I will see you guys tomorrow night. Thanks for sticking with me. Have a great night.